I bring you greetings on behalf of the Virginia State Conference Area 1 and the Hampton branch NAACP. This week is a historic week in our lifetime. Many people often shine the light on freedom, but not on its shadows. This week we'll reflect on its darkness that resulted in perseverance. We must remember that 400 years ago in 1619, that it was documented that Captain John Smith brought over on the ship of the White Lion, to Point Comfort, now Fort Monroe in Hampton, Virginia, 20 and odd enslaved Africans to English-speaking America. Now let that sink in a minute. 20 and odd Africans. Even then, Captain Smith didn't think it was worthy enough to accurately count the number of Africans on the ship. And here we are in Jamestown, where slave trade occurred. That sets the stage of what was to come: ownership, racism, and more. But the NAACP was born in 1909 after several centuries of racism. We know that in 1892, Virginia first lynching was documented, the death of 43-year-old Isaac Brandon in 1892, the father of 8 seized by a mob from Charles City County Courthouse and then hanged from a nearby tree. And that's not far from us. In the last 100 years, we have experienced many transitions, and the NAACP has been an integral part in the civil rights force in Virginia. Here are a few highlights. It was the NAACP Special Counsel Thurgood Marshall that championed the Morgan versus Virginia in 1946, a major case with the Supreme Court. And that's where Barbara Johns was a young American civil rights leader pioneer, the niece of the father of the civil rights, Bernard Johns. And on April 23rd, she led the strike for equal education, which later became the largest part of Board v. Brown education and the only student activism party. We depend on the national NAACP. We depend on our Virginia State Conference branches and more civil rights going forward. Yes, we too have successes in Virginia. We elected the first black governor, Douglas L. Wilder. We've elected 2 lieutenant governors, black lieutenant governors, which is Governor Wilder was a lieutenant governor, and Justin Fairfax is now our lieutenant governor. And in 2008, we went for President Obama. And we were the first. And even in Hampton, Virginia, we were able to change a Confederate school, Jefferson Davis, to be named after a slave, Cesar Tarrant. Now we know we're in dark times, or it seems like it's dark times, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel. In 2017, Virginia elected the most diverse slate of candidates elected in the General Assembly in the history of America. 11 women, 3 blacks, 1 Asian American, 1 openly gay lesbian, and 1 first in U.S. history transgender. In 2018, we passed Medicaid expansion, where 400,000 people now have health care. And times are changing, and yes, they're trying to roll us back again. This has been a tough year for us, with the blackface with our governor, Ralph Northam, with the accusation of Justin Fairfax being accused of sexual assault, and even our Attorney General has admitted to wearing a blackface. However, in Virginia, majority of voters, including black voters, are not asking them to step down. They want them to move the needle. Our governor, Ralph Northam, has been going around the state listening to people, and he has put things in place to start moving the needle. Now, however, we got more to do. more work to do, and we have to make sure that our agenda is pushed forward. We have a racist, xenophobic president in the White House that is everything that we are against. And any legislator that's going to be against our civil rights, we will vote them out.
Great.
Any legislator that's against our health care, we will vote them out. Any legislator that's going to be for gun violence, or don't want any gun control, we will vote them out. Any legislator that will be for locking up our black boys, we will vote them out. Against our women, we will what? Vote them out. That's what we're going to do. Anyone that is going to be against what the NAACP stand for, we will vote them out. Just like our ancestors persevered through slavery, rose through the occasion during Reconstruction, persevered during the Jim Crow era, like a during the civil rights movement, we will rise like a phoenix and we will vote them out. And in 2020, we will vote Donald J. Trump out. My name is Gaylene Kanoyton, and I thank you and I approve this message.